Domesticated me.
We rise, we heal, we
Hey.
consciously be. No labels, just growth. Domesticated me. Journey talking all the walk, seeking mind, body, and soul alignment. Welcome to the space where we elevate. Yeah, rise up, tap in, we consciously free, rise up, tap in, it's domesticated me, we rise, we heal, we consciously be, no labels, just growth, domesticated me. Journey talking all the walk, seeking mind, body, and soul alignment. Welcome to the space where we elevate. Yeah, rise up,
Hey, love.
we consciously free, rise up, tap in, it's domesticated me. We rise, we heal,
Don't forget to go ahead and
no labels,
like button. And if you're feeling a little wild, go ahead and hit that share button for us too, so we can get our friends in here while we build this community. We doing it. Together we are doing it. I'm going to be right with you in a moment. Right now, y'all. How's everybody? How you doing tonight, Divine? How are you, love? How are you? How are you? Y'all knew I was coming through. Y'all didn't think I was just gonna be behind no bubble. Y'all know I can't do that. How are you? How are you? Divine Waters. Well, guys, welcome to the show. First of all, Domesticated Me. We talk about journeys here. That's what we talk about. And on Fridays, we have true crime that kind of relates to journeys. We focus on true crimes that kind of happen in the workplace for the most part. That's going to be our new True Crime Fridays. Things that happen that could have probably been in. I'm amazing too. Things that could have been probably prevented from the place through simple training, maybe. Or just like, what is the world coming to? So today it's kind of those, what's the world coming to? Did y'all see the title? Did you see the title, Divine Waters, on the thumbnail today? We're talking about a tragedy that a young woman was transitioned over onion rings. Yeah, onion rings. Customer came through the drive-through and they were transitioned over onion rings. That's what we're going to be talking about today on this Journey Talk. Thank you for coming. Welcome in. Those of you that just heard that song playing, that is our theme song. We're still voting on the one that's going to come in um, to just be the one because we have two that we are considering. But you guys are going to vote. Y'all going to vote. Which one we going to do? So if y'all stay to the end of the show, y'all heard the one that was on the first beginning and you'll hear the one on the end and we are going to vote. Yes. Wow. A mess. Divine Waters. Just a total mess. I told everybody that we were going to talk about DV4 today, which we could talk a little bit about that. But I got this divine ideal that I'm going to roll with. And our true crimes are either going to be recaps of some things that happened in the workplace that should cause us to pause. Because a lot of times we spend a lot of times in a certain workplace and the safety there is not up to par. Or you know what? Even if it's the safest place to be, you're still not on your journey. And I think that that is really what I want to talk about on my platform is how long do we spend ourselves working for other people, not following our journey and our divine purpose, sometimes too long. Because sometimes you be done checked up out of here and you never got to do exactly what you wanted to do. So there's so many of those out there. I did some research on just fast food restaurants in particular, especially here in the state that I reside in. It is really ridiculous how many people out of 8 calls to 911 here in the state of California, for every 8, one of them is from a fast food restaurant. So just imagine one is from a fast food restaurant out of every 8. It's like 2% of all of the crimes that are happening is contributed to that. Um, and I found that very interesting. I found the statistic very interesting. Um, I also found that, and they're violent crimes, whether they're assault or whatever. These are violent crimes. We're not talking about just somebody ain't paid for their meal. We're talking about violent crimes from anywhere from S, SA, that type of thing, to transitioning totally. And a lot of it, I believe, may stem from mental illness because we have a lot of people who are unhoused. And, that's really where you go to see if you can, get you a meal or use the restroom or whatever the case may be. So that it's some of it is contributed to that factor also, that these are people that probably have some type of mental illness. When we talk about this lady today, and I'm gonna get into it. I just want some more people to get in the room. We just shared it out, and we are continuing to share it out so that we can see if we can get more people in the room. Um, And once we get some more people in the room, we can really get to talking. So I hope all is well. Everybody is having a great day out there. Um, all that good stuff. I really do. We just doing what we asked you to do. Share it out. So we're gonna share it out. Try to see if we can get some more people in. We can talk a little bit more. with other people. Yeah, somebody talked to in the chat. Like, come on, what? Um, and then if not, if we don't get anybody, I'm just gonna tell the story. And if you log on and you hear the story, and you want to join the community, you could just join the community. That means you could subscribe. You could turn your notification bells on. So when I'm live, you would just float on in. I don't have to send you no message to let you know I'm live. You can just float on in because you'll be done got notified of me being live. You understand? And if you're watching this on the replay and you have gotten this far, all you got to do is comment below, make some comments, tell me the type of stuff you want to hear, and I'm going to give it to you. You know what I mean? Because we built a community over here that will help us with our journeys too. Like there is a value to it. We're not just talking about people, stuff that'll really help us with our journeys in life. Your phone did what? Your phone did what, Divine Waters? Tell me about it. Tell me about it. Yeah, what happened, Divine Waters? Because I was sitting up here talking to myself. I was sitting up here talking to myself, girl. Divine Waters. Tell me, was I? Was I? Because it's cool. Yeah, I was saying share the live. Try to get one person in here. Blasey, blasey, blasey. You know, so that we can have so that I can have a conversation. But regardless of anything, guess what? I'm gonna go on with the story. And we already 13 minutes in. So that means that anybody that was really coming for the story, they not coming for the story no more. It's only me and you because you only can, hold people for so long. They might scroll through it to try to find the story if they want to. But now that it's only me and you, I really should have just started with the story anyhow. I got to figure a way out how to, because I wanted the live stream afterwards because I don't, you know what I mean? You got to build the community. And that means that you got to build it from people who are going to stick around. Or you're going to, what I'm saying, or I can talk to myself, which is okay. I didn't really want to do videos, but if I do videos, then maybe it'll pick on. Okay, Divine Waters, thank you for the share, love. Um, so like that. But anyways, I'm gonna go on with the story because I was not planning on being on here for a long time. I was just planning on being here for a good time. So we're gonna have a good time and we're gonna get up out of here. So thank you for coming and thank you for being here with me today, Divine Waters, as I present this case to y'all. So um so this conversation tonight is about a fatal injury to a 32-year-old out of Illinois. She was working her job at a steak and shake, like a little fast food type restaurant, steak and shake. Right. So, right. So who cares, right? But she was working there, girl, and somebody came through the drive-through, and the somebody has been identified, and her name is Jada Bell. Jada Bell was 20 years old. Okay. The victim in this, the one that transitioned, is 32. So this is somebody that's 12 years her junior. And something happened in the drive-through, and something as simple as her onion rings wasn't in the bag. That is what we are hearing. She left the scene and actually did get away. But they found her. They caught up with her. Um, and she has been charged with multiple felonies, first of all, multiple felonies, including first degree, which is going to hold a first degree penalty too. They talking about a transition penalty can be attached to this case, and this young lady is only 20 years old. She's only 20 years old. And she's being held on a $1 million cash bond. So you know what that means. She's going to be in there. I'm sure the young lady don't have that type of money. Um, and it really is stated over some onion rings, y'all. She went through the drive-thru and she did this over some onion rings. There was a vigil for this young lady. Actually, her funeral has happened this week on the 21st. I was watching her funeral on YouTube. I'm not gonna show it on here because her funeral, they actually show her body in the casket online. To me, I don't know why people kind of do that whole thing. But okay, to each his own. But they do. The family do allow that to happen during her funeral. It was really a very down home type funeral. Wasn't a bunch of people in there. It was really just a very soft type funeral. Like I said, I just say down home. It looked like they was in a Baptist church somewhere where the pews were still wooden type thing. Oh, it wasn't even work over some onion rings. And see, that's why I feel like my path in all of this divine waters really is to talk about what be happening in the workplace. Because one of the things that I found out in this case, because I was looking at some of the statistics when it comes to what happens in this, a lot of times these fast food managers and things like that, they deter the workers from calling in on these violent crimes that be happening while they at work, because it causes a deterrent for the actual cash flow, I'm sure. But just imagine sometimes in your workplaces, you don't even want to talk about the occupational safety stuff that's in something where you kind of are not working with the public, right? And so, and it doesn't even have to be the public, because just make the wrong person mad. Look what happened with the young lady, Miss Muhammad, who went in and shanked her manager after sending her home early. But the day before, she was calling her a bully. So the story itself, I'm not sure. What's up, Amy? Thank you for coming in and supporting me today. I really do appreciate, love you for that. I really do. Thank you so much. Make sure that you're hitting the like button when you're coming in and share this live out. These journeys is for us, right? And so look at what she did. And her court case is coming up, and we're following that one, y'all, because her court case is like September the 15th is going to be the trial date. So barring anything by September, we'll be able to talk about Miss Muhammad's case and what really happened that made her. What's up, Nia? Thank you, love, for coming in and supporting me. I do really appreciate, love you for that. And so we'll know about that case, because we're going to follow it. We're going to follow the whole trial because we're ahead of that one, right? So we'll talk about that. But in the meantime, in between time, we see you don't even have to work with the public. It could be somebody who worked with you that would be willing to cause you harm. And it's just getting outrageous and outrageous. Miss Jada Bell, 20 years old. Did y'all see her picture on the thumbnail? Did y'all see her picture on the thumbnail? Or y'all want me to show the picture again? I'll show y'all the picture on the screen. Because y'all, Um, that's just not a normal response. She had to have something mental going on. And I'm gonna share my screen right quick. Um, I'm a y'all can see my screen, right? I'm gonna share my screen so y'all can see her real quick. Um, but and maybe we'll listen to the whole story. Here go the news, so y'all can let me know if y'all can hear and all that good stuff. So no telling. Thank you. Thank you, Mia. Yeah, you know I'm working hard at trying to my like solidify my brand. And um because true crime is going to be things that happen in the workplace. That's what we're going to mainly talk about on our True Crime Fridays. And about like these things happening, like this young lady for real. She's like 32 years old. She was working at a steak and shake. Apparently, from some of the things I was hearing about her, is it was like totally temporary. Now you know how much that hurts me, right? Because I'm not in the temporary, and I don't think anybody should be. I think you should follow your dreams. And I think a lot of times we're in the temporary stuff that literally we don't even get to follow our dreams because it's so daggone temporary. This young lady transitioned this person working at this steak and shake over onion rings. Do you guys hear me? If you hear what I'm saying right now, put a one in the chat because I don't think anybody hears me. And I want to make sure I'm talking to somebody. So can somebody put a one in the chat if y'all hear me that this young lady working at this shake and steak actually was transitioned over onion rings. Did y'all hear that? Thank you, Nia. So somebody out there can hear me over onion rings. And there's this there and this and one of the uh reports I was reading was like this was like totally temporary. She was there and not even supposed to be there. She's supposed to be somewhere else, doing something else, enjoying her life. She probably didn't even like working at the steak and shake, but who knows? That's alleged, y'all. I don't know if she would like working there or not. Steak and shake, y'all might be great. I ain't against y'all. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying that who knows, especially if they call the job like a temporary job. And they go on to say here, I think this is your uncle that said something. they just picked her up. Okay. So, do y'all agree with the transition of this young lady that the person, if convicted of doing this as a 20-year-old young lady, should receive the transition penalty? Do you believe that she should receive the transition penalty for her transitioning this other young lady? That's the question that I'm posing right now. Come on, chat, light me up. Let's talk. Y'all, I do better when y'all talking to me. Come on. The Waters, you're okay with because I blocked in and blocked out for some reason. I should be back. I shouldn't be blurry now. No, I shouldn't. It was just something happened with the internet. Um, so okay, so they're talking about the transition penalty. They're not talking about life in prison for this young lady. So that's my question. Now, let's recap really quickly. On April the 4th, this young lady, or April the 8th, or one of those two dates, this young lady goes to the Steak and Shake through the drive-thru, and she lets off several rounds at the person working the drive-thru. That person, Mrs. Meekins, is now transitioned. She fled the scene, and they caught up with her this week. They had her funeral this week on April the 21st, and her funeral was actually posted online. And like I said, I didn't want to show it because they show the body. It's like it's one of them old Baptist type churches, and it was a very simple funeral. So, but you could find it online if you want. You could Google it. Um, but the suspects, the suspect is 20-year-old. She's a 20-year-old young lady. Her name is Jada Bell. So she's been charged with multiple felonies, including first degree transitioning. First degree transitioning. And the penalty, which you hear her uncle say that they're going to fight for the transition penalty for her. They want her up out of here. And they're saying not for revenge. You heard him say it. He wants it for accountability. Thank you. I got my green screen, everything up because I'm in my studio. So that's the other thing why if I go out, I gotta talk to my internet provider about why my internet is not as strong in my new space. So I might have to get it cut up a bit, but we'll get that solved by next week. So we're working on that. Well, that's the only way I can explain it because it's like when you look at when you look at it, when you look at the video, they still got those wooden big, those wooden the wooden pew benches for the members to sit in, and just the way they was acting on there. And I have a Google extender, but for some reason it won't triangulate over here. I guess I don't really know what's happening, because I could play my music in the back in the yard, no problem. It doesn't cut on and off in the internet, so it shouldn't do it in this room. So I don't know why it's doing it. Well, I know it was funny. I laughed at myself. And I kind of went through the video, because in the video they had, some of the saints in the church, and they was telling children to sit down, and I was laughing through the video, honestly, because it did remind me of my childhood, like the way the older women was kind of doing in the beginning of the video. But this is the funeral that is being live streamed. And then I kind of scrolled through, and when I got so far through, I see that they actually was showing her viewing. And then the pastor was up there leaned down. It was just, it ain't nothing that I want to show. So that's why I said it like that. And if y'all don't understand where I'm coming from, then I'm sorry. I got a lot of church in me. Y'all know that. I got a lot of church in me. I was dragged to church starting at the ripe age of about 5 years old, that I can remember. I can remember the "you don't need to see nothing" and the little candies that was in my grandma first put in my hand to eat. And and those of you that know the story, I was definitely domesticated into Christianity. So domesticated Christian here. But I wouldn't take back the seed of Christianity for nothing in the world, y'all. Nothing in the world. I'm glad my grandmother was what they would be called saved and sanctified and filled with the Holy Ghost by the time I came around. Because before that, that's the story for another time, y'all. I tell y'all my grandma's story another time, because before that, they say she was ruthless. Ruthless. So my question was, do y'all believe that she should receive the ultimate penalty for that at 20 years old? I don't want to put everything on mental, but this world, a lot of this stuff is all mental anguish, all of it. That thing that happened in Shreveport, that's all mental anguish, y'all. And so the reason why I really want to focus on these workplace things that are happening is because when I started researching this, I just got to thinking, and then I thought about this McDonald thing that happened, and she's calling her manager a bully. Like, really is what's happening. And that's my world, y'all. Right? So that's why we're going to brand our true crime mostly around stuff like this. Because I want to know, like, is it safe to go and get a job at a steak and shake? Well, not here in the state of California, where 1 in 8 calls is a call to a fast food restaurant where there is a violent crime happening. That's what I learned today. One in 8 calls to 911 are for violent calls from fast food restaurants here in our state. Things are happening here. And yes, we do got a lot of homeless. So whatever, I don't know about life, and I don't know about the ultimate penalty, because they so here in the state of California, there's a moratorium on the ultimate penalty. Right. And it depends on the governor whether or not it's get lifted. We're in a governor's race right now, so it could get lifted. But the ultimate penalty don't mean that much to people who might not never get it. They talk about that right now for your boy DV4, but he might not never get it because we don't do it. There's no more chamber here. There's no more chamber here right now. But where she is apparently, where she one, that's right. I looked it up. Mad church disease. That's what it said. When I was doing my research, I said, oh my goodness. And then the other thing I learned, because I got led to the occupational site. Of course, y'all know I'm in employment. So I got led there. And when I went there, do you know that there are reports up to about 75% of workers do not report violent situations in the workplace because their managers deter them for doing so? Tell them don't report it. And we recently here in the state of California, we have a new law that just recently came out within the last 3 or 4 years, and it's the workplace violence law. Well, you got to have a whole plan for that. You gotta take this stuff serious. When people report stuff, you gotta report it. You gotta look into it. You cannot. As simple as people cursing people out. You have to look into it. You cannot just be throwing your hands up in managers, supervisors, entrepreneurs, and letting people do things, right? This is an outside incident, but I like this to Miss Muhammad, who we're following her case, and she is going to court on September the 15th. That's when her trial is supposed to start this year, and we're going to be on her to figure out what really happened. Because the day before, what was she talking about? She was talking about her manager was a bully. And people be connected with losing their jobs. Oh, it's a big old thing. It's a big old thing. It's more than just reported records, investigation. It is a huge thing that just started probably about 3 years ago. You got to come up with a whole plan. You got to have a whole plan. They got 3 different tiers for it. Serious, non-serious. They got 3 different tiers for that thing because of this. But it's because of this. It's because people are being deterred from reporting something, whether it's because they're going to lose their job, or whether it's because they don't believe anybody is going to do anything about it in the workplace, because it could be either your coworker doing it, or it could be a customer that has done it to you. It just depends. That's why they have all these tiers. Or it could be they have even a partner. So if somebody's husband shows up or wife shows up and get to acting a fool, that is reportable under the Workplace Violence Act now. It is reportable. You have to tell. You have to do something about it. Your boyfriend just can't show up acting a fool at your job without it being reported. So if you didn't know that, state of California, that's the deal. That is the deal. I will give you my take on the ultimate penalty for a 20-year-old. I would say no. I would say no. The ultimate penalty is just too much. Because even if you gave her, if this young lady got 30 years, she would be 50 when she got home. That still has some time to do something, right? And still sit for a while. But for her to have to meet her maker over it, and I get it's kind of like, well, she had to meet her maker over onion rings. I just think it has to be something mentally wrong with the young lady. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Especially in a public place. Matt Church DC says you put other people's lives in danger. You put other people's lives in danger when you you put other people's lives in danger. What happens when your spouse is nuts and comes up to the job and goes crazy? Absolutely. 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 And then look, you're not even the reason why you do it. There's another thing that we have on the books here. I don't know, maybe in your state you do too. But if somebody wants time off for DV situations, they have to have it. You have to let people time off for DV, time off to relocate themselves, to get out of these situations and things like that. But that do make people want to come to your job. Hey, Mimi. Welcome in. Thank you guys all for supporting me today. I really do appreciate love y'all for that. I really do. And so I guess for me, I think there's probably something, and I don't want to put everything on mental stuff. Trust me, I don't. I don't think everybody out there is mental. I just think some people impulse control, emotional intelligence is off. It ain't got nothing to do with them having anything else. They just don't have any impulse control. Their emotional intelligence is off, so they don't know how to control their emotions. They're all out of whack and they're not trying to do anything. And that is what I believe. I don't even believe a 20-year-old mind is developed enough to truly understand what she did like that. I mean, I know she don't understand what she did. I won't say it like that, but you know. So so we got a couple of people answering. Anybody else want to put their 2 cents in on whether they believe a 22-year-old girl should, get up out of here because of the onion rings? That's crazy though, y'all. Onion rings. How you gonna take somebody out because they ain't put your onion rings in your bag? That is straight up lack of impulse control. That's straight up lack of impulse control. What we'll find out though is that there was some type of argument. We're gonna find that out. We're gonna look, Nia, we're gonna find out there was type of argument that really wasn't like, oh, I don't got my onion rings. Blah, 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 blah. It was the 32-year-old young lady said something that this 20-year-old took as an offense. I don't think so either. I don't think so either. I don't think life or I just don't. And I get it, but what a cruel yeah, but y'all see what y'all see her? I showed y'all what I showed y'all her let me show you. Wait a minute. My bad. Okay, I'm sorry, y'all. I didn't mean to do that. Okay, so y'all see her. This is her because she left the scene. They just got her. This happened back on like April the 8th. They just arrested her like 2 days before this girl funeral, basically. At that vigil, that's when they first found out that she was being held on $1 million cash bond, being charged with multiple felonies. But once again, in her state, this offense that she's being charged with is eligible for the transition period. Eligible. I did share my screen. Y'all can't see it. It say that I'm sharing it. Oh, my bad. My bad. There she go. Y'all know how to use this. So don't be trying to be funny. Yeah, look, well then why you didn't say nothing, Jazz? Why you just let me say all that? This her photo. Y'all know that I'm new to this StreamYard thing. Y'all, y'all some low-key haters though out there. Y'all let me do that whole thing knowing I didn't know what I was doing. Yeah, now y'all can. Boy, I tell y'all. I'm not gonna show y'all again because I showed y'all once before and y'all didn't even say nothing to me then. Y'all couldn't see it the last time I had it on. Y'all some haters. So this is the young lady, Jada Bell. Y'all see her? You see how her lip is and everything? This is when they caught her. But they're not really talking about, thank you, cousin. They're not really talking about the what happened. They just know her mother just said it was over onion rings. So that's all we know. We don't know if there was a verbal confrontation or anything. That's all we know. And this is the one thing I learned about the internet, right? Is that you don't know what you don't know, and then all of a sudden stuff be coming out. You know what I'm saying? It could come out that she did something to her gross. You know what I'm saying? It could be a whole thing. I don't know what it is, but I still know you ain't got no impulse control for what you did, regardless of what it was. She do look like she need help. Nia, right? You a hater. you heard me playing something, but you didn't see nothing. Y'all could hear it, but not see it. So don't be trying that. Don't try it. She do look like she needs some help, y'all. For real. I'm just sorry. So probably that, or but see, the thing about it is, I don't know, because back in our day, if you had a verbal altercation with somebody, it was fisticuffs, it wasn't what it is today. And to a large degree. Now, there was times where it went beyond that. Don't get me wrong, but now this is just not the same type of environment we're living in. A verbal argument turns into a person losing their life so quickly. It is the oddest, strangest thing I have ever experienced in life. I mean, these stories, ever since I started looking at these stories, like really deep and trying to figure out, what's going on. Yeah. I love you much. Thank you so much for coming in and support me. Have a great day out there. Don't forget to hit the like button on the way out and push it on out to your friends. You know what to do. That share button. And so, which anybody know? Oh, we got 10 more minutes ourselves because we getting off. In an hour at the hour, and the hour will be 6:30. So everybody hanging with me to 6:30. Thank you very much for hanging with me. If you have yet to like the video, go ahead and like the video, subscribe to the video. If this is an important topic to you, go ahead and make sure you share the video out. And don't forget to come back and leave me a comment on the commentary and what I can do better and what I can do, what I can keep doing. Like a stop, start, and continue. Do a stop, start, and continue when this video is over, y'all. Let me know what it is that I can do to continue to build our community. You with me? Okay, cool. I'm with y'all too. So once again, in my research, I found out that how much these fast food restaurants and this crime really is a thing. Like, it's really a thing. Oh, thank you. It really is a thing. Look, I'm going to get this StreamYard thing together. I told y'all, and this is why I'll talk to y'all later on the other thing in Nia and Jazz, because you guys is y'all be pushing me. Y'all be pushing me hard. So I love that about y'all. But this is the one when I was talking about the webinars for 7, this platform, because you could do webinars on this platform. So that's what I was meaning when I said that. What was I gonna say? Oh, I was gonna say so. I think we're all the same boat as far as we don't want to see Diddy's life totally taken away from her. I can't really find out what all happened because I doubt it was she looked at her bag and wasn't no earrings. And she, it had to be something back and forth. And that's why when we work, you got to treat your earnings well to make sure that they are still, that it's not also inside the job that is triggering. A lot of times people work in these places and they're not being treated well. So when a customer come do something, they go whatever. And I'm not saying that she did this, and I'm not saying that anything about this is her fault, but I'm just saying that it has sensibility on both sides. We don't know the other side of this story. All we know is onion rings, and that just doesn't sound right. It has to be more that beyond, because if it's no more than that, like her looking in the bag and her onion rings is missing and she just, let off then we're all right. She has a mental problem. It don't have anything else to do with anything. She's not mentally stable. So, what do you guys think? And I guess it would be easier for the family to say that. But you know what? I'm not going to lie. I don't think I would call for nobody's permanent transition, even if it was my kid. I don't know, though. I would. Yeah, I don't know. I would have to know all the facts of the case to know, because it would have to this is totally senseless. I don't care even if it was a verbal argument over the onion rings. This is totally senseless, but my girl don't look well at all, y'all, do she? She looking like, man, I got caught. Ain't that how she looking though, y'all? I wouldn't fight over no onion rings either. Even if I didn't order them or you didn't get them or you didn't put them in the bag or whatever the case may be. Okay, well, can I order some? She absolutely not well. Like there's something going on, Jazz. You think so? Because I really think so too. I think that there is something going on for sure. I mean, look at her. She looks put together though. I mean, her hair looks nice and everything. And she must have just got her hair done because they look good. She couldn't have had them braids on the 8th. She might have been, she might got them braids because she was waiting for somebody to come get her. The other girl had locks. The other girl had locks. So, but that was that's her. So I don't know. I think that's just so wild. I don't have anything else to show y'all about her, but yeah, that was her. So, guys, once again, thank you so much for being here with me today. We are still building the community, still making it happen. Hopefully you guys will touch down tomorrow so that we can have another conversation over there on our Journey Talk series, where we're going to talk about something very interesting. Show up tomorrow. And if you heard the very first song, then you can vote. If not, here is the other song that we are voting on today for our podcast.
Rise up, tap in. consciously free. Rise up, tapping, it's domesticated me. Rise up, tapping, we consciously free. Rise up, tapping, it's domesticated me.
Yeah, she probably do have some type of underlying disorder. Yeah, I believe that. And then it could have been at the end of the day. I hate to be that person to just label a person, but even when you see the other girl, like the other, like
welcome to the space where we elevate.
There was an argument. There was a verbal argument where she could not control her emotions. I'm gonna almost bet that, and it's alleged, but I could probably put money on that there was some type of verbal altercation. There's some names were thrown out, some this and that. She happened to be armed, shouldn't have been, and through her whole.
Domesticated me. Journey, talk, and all the walk, seeking mind, body and soul alignment. Welcome to the space where we elevate.
Okay, so if y'all didn't hear the one earlier, I'll play it right now, so y'all can hear it too.
Yeah, rise up, tap in, we consciously free, rise up, tap in, it's domesticated me. We rise, we heal, we consciously be. No labels, just growth, domesticated me.
Yeah, that David D4 thing, I couldn't even. I was like, I don't even want to talk about this guy. It's this all the stuff that's coming out about him, y'all. It is wild. You understand what I'm saying? Wild. Hey, Risa, how is your job going? How's everything going? How's everything going? You making strides? Risa, did you get to check my website out? So today's episode was about that workplace stuff. But you know, hey, we were talking because we was discussing the case for the young lady who basically is probably going to spend the rest of her life in prison over onion rings. I'll send it to you. It just launched yesterday. I was trying to send it to as many people as I could. I actually, you know what? I don't want y'all to vote on these two because this is the wrong one. We consciously free. I sent it to you.
Welcome to the space where we elevate.
Wow. I'm telling you. Wow, no. I love it. I love it though. I love it. I love it. Please, if you have not visited my website and you are on here right now, go ahead, take that chance, give me a click, help me get out there by clicking on that button. Because guess what? We strutting. And you never know. You might can hand it off to an influencer at your organization. Who knows? The second one, Divine Waters, because yeah, the second one got a bop. The second one definitely got a bop, and so that's the one I think that I want to use for my intro for sure, because that one got a bop. It kind of like, I got one that's like a got an island feel to it too. It really got a bop because it got like a little. It's just real super short. But you could keep just put it in a loop. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. Okay. Thank you for your opinion. Thank you for your opinion. It is appreciated. Make sure y'all hit that like button on the way out if you didn't hit it on the way in. Come on. Hook your girl up. We are doing good, y'all. We are doing good. Right. Right. Get it going, then switch it up after a while. You're absolutely correct. You're absolutely correct. And I'm on that. I'm on it. I'm on it. Yeah, so I really had a good time with you guys tonight. I really did. Y'all know me. Hey, I market me. LOL. Okay, so that is another thing we're gonna be doing on here, y'all. All of these is my testers. I don't care. It'll do a bunch of bloopers. I'm not trying to be nothing. I'm just trying to be me. So I'm going to, y'all see that ticker down there? I'm going to start putting my friends' websites in that ticker, collecting the websites and putting them in that ticker. So as we grow here, people will be like, what's that? And they could go get them some good old crystals from Divine Waters. You know what I'm saying? They can find all of their design needs for like graduations and caps and gowns by going and seeing All Jazzed Up Creations. You know what I'm saying? They can understand that they can get a bunch of discount coupons and know where all the deals are just by, going and seeing Miss Nia Jackson. That's what I'm going to do. Because guess what? I want everybody successful, including me. So y'all don't hear me though. And I already know about the land. Y'all know. I already know about the giving is receiving thing. So you gotta be willing to give a part of yourself. You gotta be willing to show love to get love. You gotta be willing to be loved to get love. You gotta be willing to give to get. You gotta be willing to release something to free up some space in your life for some stuff. You heard me? Yeah. Yeah, you gotta. And I think it's a good ideal. I think because, it's like for me, I believe in my partners. I really do. And I want to do it's like a little tiny thing I could do, that'll help. that'll you never know. It was like what I was saying today, like, or yesterday when I was sending out the website, like everybody just go in there and look. Because at the end of the day, you never know whose search engine I might end up in, just simply because of a bunch of my friends rushed and clicked on the website and gave me a boost in numbers in one day, because everybody ran to it and looked in it and said, oh, you know, so that boosts you in the search engine. You just gotta like be willing to do that for each other, so that we are all. So if anybody ever asks you to click on their website, go click on their website, y'all. Just go. Because what is going to hurt? You ain't got to buy nothing. Just go there, click, browse around, look at some stuff, you know? And or you might need something. Or you might look at somebody and then somebody might say, you know, somebody that do such and such. I sure do. And here's their website. It's okay. We need each other to survive. I tell y'all that all the time. We're going to survive. And we're going to do the right thing. While people still struggling until they 70, talking about they got to go to work, that won't be us. And y'all know who I'm talking to. It ain't going to be us. Not if y'all going to be my friend. I said, not if y'all going to be my friend. Y'all. No. No. We're not doing it. It's not part of our journey. It's not part of our journey. It's not. Not part of our journey. We need to do our own thing. For real. Like, there go your confirmation then. There go your confirmation. You can call me Jack. There go your confirmation. There go your confirmation. Like, I don't even be doing it on purpose. It just gets done. There go your confirmation, girl. There you go, right there. Don't say I didn't tell you. Don't say I didn't tell ya. Honey. Well, y'all, I'm at an hour. And right now on StreamYard, I only got a certain amount of hours. So I can't really be on here like that. I could be on the other app like that, but I can't be on here like that because I don't have no. If I won't be able to use it next week, and if I stay on, because you only get like you gotta upgrade. So that's the other thing I was talking about. I really do think I need it, and I might go upgrade with it, but I'm gonna use it until I feel the frustration, and then once I feel the frustration, I will probably upgrade to the thing. A couple of $100 a year. It's like Zoom prices, basically. But I think you could pay like 500 for Zoom and get like 500 seats. Me neither. Me neither. And I don't even got to worry about that. That's for sure. But my whole thing is I'm going to be in a position where it's no more of that. Like, period. I will be working when I want. I will be dealing with who I want to deal with, taking the assignments that I want to take, that God wants me to take. I'm just put it like that. You know what I'm saying? Because what I'm asking for is not to be biased towards any opportunities that are for my higher good. So there you go there. So it's for my higher good. I'm with it. I'm with it. All opportunities that are for my highest good and in line with my purpose and passion. And all possibilities and all roads that leads me there. Yeah, that thing. So it's domesticated me. It's domesticated me. So, yeah. Y'all. That's my song, girl. Domesticated me. Ah, So yeah, y'all. So I'll be talking to y'all guys. Hopefully y'all come see me again tomorrow. We are gonna do a journey talk tomorrow. I'm teetering back and forth with the conversation, but I really want the conversation to be the intimacy over 50, but I don't really have somebody that is gonna come talk with me right now that has guaranteed to come talk to me about this subject and about how we actually can, how do we get there, you know what I'm saying, from different point of views, like because you hear different things, like whether or not it's good, or whether or not you kind of map off, or whether or not you go up and then map off, or whatever the case may be. And I think it's all depends on how you spent your younger years, to be honest, if you ask me. Yes, Divine Waters. Yes, Divine, I see those little eyeballs. That's tomorrow's journey talk, because people are in journeys right now where they gotta kind of, how do you get how do you get it back, type thing. So that's what we're going to talk about tomorrow on Domesticated Me, and what causes that. And sometimes, unfortunately, it is due to trauma. And so that's how we're going to build the conversation on really the trauma of it all. You know, 2:33. It's gonna be early. I'll tell you in the morning though, for real. Because I'll probably post the thumbnail in the morning. So turn your notification bells on, guys. I know nobody don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. I'm gonna be real. But until we can get us like a solid time, turn them on for me. And then after that, y'all will know. It's like y'all don't have to turn them on the other app, because everybody know what time I'm there. Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 8:30, or 9, or 7:30 to 9. So you guys be knowing. But here, you got to turn your notification bells on, because I might just feel like getting up and talking to y'all about something. Well, that's how we got to do that. So don't forget to hit that like button on your way in or on your way out. We got 7 likes right now, which is right about on time, because that's all we probably had in here today was about 7 people. So that's my lucky number, y'all. Oh, you feel like it's delayed? It probably is. I don't think they tell your people to come for 20 or 30 minutes, because you be sitting up in here like, even when you share it, you be like, it's not. That's why I think that another thing about that, though, maybe I need to share it before the show, because you could do that. You could share it before the show, just to let people know it's, and then the main people will be in quick. The people that's, y'all that's coming to support me, y'all will be in here within that first 5 minutes, and we can build upon that. It's hard to build when ain't nobody in here with you, but you can still. I did it. And then Divine Water showed up, and so we really was on there, because I had somebody to talk to. So yep. Divine Waters, I can't wait and see that new piece that you're making. I can't wait to see that. That's probably gonna be cute. So, you guys, y'all know me. I don't want to end and slam up in y'all face. So, everybody in the house right now, let me hear you say goodbye, so I could be like goodbye. Everybody in the house right now, say goodbye, so I can hear you say goodbye. Good night. Hey, deuces. See y'all later. I really can't wait for us to really just blow up, y'all. When we really blow up, we're gonna be looking real cute on here. So deuces.